a recap of many of the previous lessons, just grouping all of the different verb uh, forms in one place of fi'l mudari. So we basically Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, alhamdulillah, wa salatu wa salam ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa man ittaba'a. So alhamdulillah, we've covered all of the different verb forms so far, and in Dars al-Thani wal-Ishrun, we will look at the halat. Halat al-Mudari'. Halat means states or forms. And it says, halat al-Mudari'i al-Thalathu. This Thalathu is a sifa of halat. And because halat is mu'annath, the adad, although it's a na'at, the adad is the opposite. So it's mudhakkar. So it's not halatul mudari' thalathi. It's not halatul mudari'i al-thalathi. Because if you said al-thalathi, then that becomes, al-thalath becomes a na'at of al-mudari'. So that's not what's intended. What's intended is the halat, al-halatu al-thalathi. Al-halatu al-thalathu. Okay? What are al-halat al-thalath? They are al-marfu', al-mansub, al-majzoom. That is what is intended by halat al-mudari' al-thalath.
Is it Thalathatu is not not halat?
Yeah, it's not al-man'ud, but because this is al-adad, so when it's describing the ma'dud, then this is going to be opposite of the ma'dud. So this is the original word over here is halatun, which is mu'annath. So the adad is going to be mudhakkar. Wallahu a'lam.
Ustaz,
Abdul
is this the same word hal, like from kulli hal?
Yeah, it is. It's the same word exactly. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, man. I wanted that question was bugging me.
Yeah, because the word kayfa haluka means how, what state are you in? How are you?
Okay.
What is your condition? Yeah, that's basically, if you're going to go for a literal translation, word for word, then it's asking you about your condition, how you are. And this is the same word, hal, but because it's mu'annath, jayd, hala is the also condition, and halatun, and you have basically these three, the three forms, three conditions, or three states of al-mudari'. So it can either be marfu, or it can be mansub, or fi'l mudari' can also be majzoom. Why is this? Is a question to everybody. Why is this specifically for fi'l mudari' and not for fi'l madi? When we spoke about fi'l madi, we spoke about it from Madeenah book 1. We've been speaking about fi'l mudari', fi'l madi. So why is fi'l mudari' speaking about marfu', mansub, and majzoom, whereas fi'l madi, there is no discussion in that regard?
Al-Madi Mabni.
حفظك الله.
It's mabni, right? Like you said?
أحسنتم جميعا. أحسنتم جميعا.
Thank you for clearing that up.
is mabni. Is mabni. فعل ماضي is مبني. And فعل ماضي, it can be mabni in different situations. It's when you say mabni, it's fixed, but then you usually have to define what is it fixed on, and that fixed on refers to the end sound of that word. Okay, so fi'l madi is often described as mabniyun ala al-fath or mabniyun ala al-fatha because dhahaba, jalasa, kharaja, daraba, akala. Yeah, all of those are going to be, the last letter is going to have a fatha on it. Even if it was mu'annath, dhahabat, akalat, kharajat, jalasat. Yeah. No, afwan. Even afwan. So in the mudhakkar form, fi'l madi is mabniyun ala al-fatha. And there are two other situations, two other endings of mabni in fi'l madi. What are they? So fi'l mabni can be fi'l madi can be mabniyun ala al-fatha, and it can also be mabniyun on what?
Sukoon and khasra.
It can be mabni ala sukoon. And that is when you have a damir muttasil joining to it. So for example, dhahabtu, dhahabti. So the end of the verb, dhahab, that ba, all of a sudden before it used to have a fatha on it, now it has a sukoon. So dhahabti, dhahabta, dhahabtum, this is mabni ala sukoon. And it can also sometimes be mabniyun ala. So we have fatha, dhahaba. We have sukoon, dhahabta. And it can also be mabni on what?
Kasra?
Is that a guess? Or are you going to give me some evidence?
It was a guess because I have a hunch, but you know.
Okay. I mean, you only won out because it was a dhamma.
Oh, it was dhamma.
You were so far away. So it's dhamma, and that is when you add the waw al jama'a, dhahabu, jalasu. Yeah. In those cases, you're gonna have. In actual fact, the fi'l, Akhi Abu Maymoon, is protected. Is protected from a kasra. So much so that if someone wants to say he hit me, yeah, you won't say daraba or darabi. You won't say darabi. He hit me.
You say darabu, right?
No, you say daraba ni, darabani.
Oh, darabi.
This noon comes in to protect the fi'l from taking a kasra.
Oh, yeah.
And that's why it's called the noon of protection, or the protective noon, the noon al-wiqaya. Noon al-wiqaya. Anyway, that was relating to fi'l madi. Here we have with us fi'l mudari', and it is in three forms: marfu'un, or mansubun, or majzumun. If you look at it, you have hamidun, mufradun, mudhakkar, yadhhabu. All of this is relating to the marfu'. If you're going to go for the plural, at-tullabu, you'll say yadhhabuna. Singular mu'annath, hiya, tadhhabu, aminatu, tadhhabu. And al-jam' mu'annath, you will say yadhhabna. Yadhhabna. This here is actually in a state of being marfu', because that's the asl. The asl of fi'l mudari is that it is marfu'. You might say it was born marfu', okay? And then things change it later on. Lan, for example, comes and changes it to mansub. Or lam, for example, comes and changes it to majzoom. But originally, in its inception, it is marfu'. So even this verb here, even though with noon and niswa, as we know, noon and niswa, it freezes the verb and it makes it into mabni. Okay, no time for jokes about noon and niswa, though there were many. The yadhhabna, it makes the verb mabniyun, but it is in a state of being marfu' because there's nothing before it that could possibly affect it from changing into anything else. Whereas in this case, lan, ordinarily, what does it do? It changes the fi'l into mansoob. So this is mabniyun, but it is in a state of being mansoob. Fi halatil or fi mahalli nasbin. Fi mahalli nasbin. In a place of, in a state of being mansoob. And this one because of lam, which ordinarily, which would create jazm. As you can see, sukoon in this case and hadfun noon in this case, and sukoon. Over here, when it becomes mabni because of noon and niswa, the powerful noon and niswa, which freezes the verb, makes it into mabniyun. You can't see the sukoon, so you say this is mabniyun. Fi mahalli jazm. Fi mahalli jazm. This one is fi mahalli jazm. This one is fi mahalli nasb. And this one is fi mahalli mother raf. طيب. What I would like you to do with these few examples we have over here, مرفوع حامد يذهب, الطلاب يذهبون, آمنة تذهب, الطالبات يذهبن. Very quickly, tell me inshallah please, what is the alama, the sign of being marfu' in this first example?
Dhamma.
مضارع اسم المضارع بالضمة.
It is the dhamma.
Yeah.
فعل المضارع مرفوع وعلامة رفعه الضمة. جيد؟
نعم.
طيب, in this case, الطلاب يذهبون.
الواو.
واو.
Some people are saying wow, other people are saying
No.
Noon, presence of noon.
the presence of the noon. أحسنت أخي حبيب. In actual fact, this is called thubut an-noon or wujud an-noon. Thubut an-noon meaning the presence or the persistence of the noon. Thubut an-noon. The persistence of the noon or the existence or wujud an-noon, some might say. The noon shows that this is marfu. Wujud and noon. You can either way, no problem. It means the same thing. But there is a noon there which shows that this is marfu. And the dalil that this is marfu with noon is that when you come to this side over here and it's mansoob, lan causes that noon to disappear. And this is mansoob, and the alamatu nasbihi is the opposite of thubut an-noon or wujud an-noon, which is hadf an-noon, the removal of the noon. جيد؟ بارك الله فيك. طيب, آمنة تذهب, ما هي علامة الرفع؟
ضمة.
الضمة. أحسنت. الطالبات يذهبن, ما هي علامة الرفع؟
نون.
نون مع الفتحة.
طيب, two people saying noon. Anyone else?
إذا جزم there.
It's not jazm, is marfu'. Jazm is in the third column.
Yeah.
No, this is it's because of the noon. Yeah, right. Already, Ustaz?
So my question is,
مبني.
ما هي علامة الرفع? What is the sign of this being مرفوع?
مبني على سكون في محل رفع.
أيوة, نعم, أحسنت. This is not مرفوع. This is مبني. So you cannot call it مرفوع. So that was actually a trick question.
Wow, you
To
get
ask you for the علامة الرفع was a trick question. In actual fact, there's no علامة الرفع because it is in fact is mabni, but it's in a state of being marfu'. So as the brother rightly said, مبني على السكون في محل رفع.
Oh, so because of the sukoon, it's okay. I got you now.
So why is it mabni al sukun? And why is it في محل رفع?
Because of نون النسوة.
Because of Noor and Niswa. Thank you, Zayn. Barakallahu feekum. طيب, let's go to the second column. المضارع المنصوب. لن يذهب. ما هي علامة الإعراب في لن يذهب؟
فتح.
فتحة. أحسنت. وما هي علامة الإعراب في لن يذهبوا؟
حذف النون.
هذا فنون.
حذف النون. بارك الله فيكم. وفي لن تذهب
فتحة.
فتحة.
أحسنت. وما هي علامة الإعراب في لن يذهبن؟
مبني.
مبني right here.
مبني على السكون في
نعم.
محل نصب. في محل نصب. أحسنتم. ننتقل. We move to المجزوم. لم يذهب. ما هي علامة الإعراب؟
جزم.
السكون. جزم. That was جزم.
That's the state, yeah? But what's the علامة?
Oh, the
سكون.
Yeah, you were right the first one. You were right the first one.
I was? No.
Yeah.
You got
Then you
me
heard someone say
confused.
Jasmine, you got nervous. Don't get nervous.
Yeah, I know.
You're usually right. When you get nervous.
I know, I do.
You're right, it's a sukoon. لم يذهب علامة الإعراب السكون. Okay? But what is the i'rab? It is majzoom. But we know it's majzoom because it's here.
Okay.
Yeah. It says over here المضارع المجزوم. طيب لماذا يذهب مجزوم؟
Because of lam.
أحسنت.
نعم.
نعم. لأنه سبقه لم. It was preceded by لم. ما هي علامة الإعراب هنا؟
هذا فنون.
بارك الله فيك. So
Yeah, حذف النون, yeah.
حذف النون. Can this إعراب حذف النون be the same as منصوب?
Oh, that's tricky. No, because well, no. Let me be quiet.
Seems to him seems.
Seems the
It
same.
seems
Right?
like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
So the sign, the alama, the sign is exactly the same as identical.
Yep.
There's a noon missing.
Yes.
And that noon missing tells you that this has moved. Now it has moved away from
حذف النون. Yeah.
it's moved away
مرفوع.
from being marfu'.
Being مفعول, yeah.
It's either going to be mansoob or it's going to be
مجزوم.
majzoom, depending on
Oh, what comes before it? Okay,
Exactly.
I got you.
So now lam yadhhabu, you know that this is majzoom. How do you know it's majzoom? Because there's a noon missing, or because there's lam before it?
Because lamb is before it.
Exactly. Not because there's a noon missing, because the noon missing could make it also mansoob.
Yeah.
There's a question there. No, it doesn't, Imran. That word you're thinking about is ma'soom, with a ain and a sad. Yeah, majzoom doesn't mean innocent. Ma'soom means innocent.
Yeah.
طيب. لم تذهب. لم تذهب. هي لم تذهب. آمنة لم تذهب. علامة الجزم
سكون. سكون.
السكون. لم يذهبن. لم يذهبن. علامة الجزم
نون النسوة.
الجزم.
No نسبة.
أو مبني.
مبني. There's no علامة الجزم because it is not مجزوم, it's في محل جزم. في محل جزم. طيب. This was the first box which deals with al-ism al-zahir. Al-ism al-zahir. Al-ism can be al-zahir, which is like an apparent, obvious noun, clear noun, like Hamidun, Tullab, and Aminatu. And it can be dhamir, like Anta, Antum, Anti, Ana, Nahnu, yeah? But the reason they've got 3 boxes over here is because this first white box deals with the third party. So for example, in the case of Hamidun, is dealing with the dhamir huwa. And in the at-tullab is dealing with the dhamir what?
Al-jam.
Hum, ahsant. And in the case of Aminatu, which dhamir is it dealing with?
Dhamma.
Yeah.
Here.
Iya,
Here.
ahsant. And in the case of at-talibatu, the dhamir that's dealing with this?
Hunna.
Mustatir.
That, depending on this, on the positioning here, but we're not asking for the fa'il, okay, that is going to be mustatir. We're asking about what dhamir is this, referring to. What is it? What dhamir is representative of this noun?
Woman. Jamma. Jamma.
No.
Muannas.
So this shows huwa, hum, hiya, hunna. Are these people, when you speak about them, are you talking directly to them?
No.
No,
So when
you're
you're
talking
talking
about them.
directly to them, in English, we call, when the person's in front of you talking directly to them, in English, you call this the second person.
Yeah.
And because the first person is the one who's speaking. The second person is the one you're speaking to. Okay? This
Yeah.
one, huwa, hum, hiya, hunna, are they in front of you?
No. Waibun.
They're all absent.
Oh.
And this is what we call the third person.
Oh.
Okay? And in Arabic, this is called al-ghaib. Damir al-ghaib. Al-ghaib meaning absent.
Oh, Damir Ghaib. Okay.
Yeah, damir al-ghaib. Ajayib?
Now.
So this one here is damir al-ghaib. Damir al-ghaib, you would say. Al-ghaib. Ajayib? Now you come over here and everything becomes anta, antum, anti, antunna. So are you talking to these people?
Yes.
Yes.
You're addressing them? So this
Yep.
is known as al-mukhatab. Al-mukhatab.
Al-Mukhatab.
One there's a mistake there. I take out the whole word. It is al, then there's a meme, then kha, alif al-mukha, and then ta and ba. Al-mukhatab. That's not looking very clear because of the size of the gap that I have. Maybe if I make this gap bigger,
I can see it.
you can see
No,
it.
I can't see it.
Is it back?
See, it's gone. It's too big now.
Oh,
Yeah, I can see it now.
Yeah, that's clear. Al-mukhatab. Okay, and this basically is the second person. Yeah,
You said the second person, right?
second person now. You know, because in front of you, right? It's like the person you're talking to.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
This is that's why I should go to second. Al-mukhatab. Al-mukhatab basically means speaking to someone. Al-khitab,
The other one was Damir Ghaib, right?
ghaib, exactly. There is something. So now this, and these are obviously, these are not all of the dama'ir al-mukhataba. They're not, they're just some of them as an example. But what happens to this verb. Have a look at it. تفضل يا إخوان, let's have a read. Everyone take one line. The marfu', mansoob, and then majzoom. Abu Hassan, you can take the first line, please.
Okay. أنت تذهب لن تذهب لم تذهب.
Barakallahu feek. And here, alamatul raf'i.
مرفوع.
You won't say the
Dhamma.
i'rab is that it's marfu', but the تفضل أخي في إمام. The alama is the hala is marfu'. I asked for the alama, not the hala. What is the alama, which is the sign?
Dhamma, yeah.
Barakallahu feek. Alamatul raf'i ad-dhamma. Alamatul nasbi
Fatha.
al-fatha. Alamatul jazmi
Sukun.
as-sukun. طيب, Abu Maymoon, if you could read the second line for me, please.
You give me the hard ones, huh?
Yeah, no, I was waiting for you, waiting to get the hard ones, you know, so you can develop,
Antum,
build your muscles.
I got you. Antum tadhabuna lan tadhabu lan tadhabu
I've won the last one, read it, please.
lan tadhabu lam.
Lam tadhhabu. So this
Lam.
one,
Fatha.
are you sure?
Oh,
Would you like to have a second crack at
yeah.
that?
Yeah, give me a second. For that.
Alamatul raf'.
Oh, the noon.
Naam, thubut al-nun.
Yeah.
And this one is mansoob.
So because of I'm trying to remember the rule now, would be because of the
Anybody
lam.
can answer.
حذف النون.
حذف النون.
Hadf al-nun.
Adfunan.
Oh, yeah.
Hadf
have to-
al-nun.
have
There
to
was a
do
noon
that.
here, but it's disappeared.
Thank you, brothers.
Barakallahu feek. Keep going, Akhi.
And then the next one would be because of lamb.
What? That's why it's majzoom. But how is it majzoom? Meaning, what's the symbol? What's the sign?
Well, there's no noon. There used to be a noon there.
Ahsant. Hadf al-nun.
So noon. Yes, thank you.
طيب. Abdul
I'm
Kareem,
good.
are you okay with the mic? Can you read the third line for us?
نعم أستاذ.
تفضل.
أنت تذهبين لن تذهبي لم تذهبي.
بارك الله فيك. وهنا علامة الرفع.
Yeah. نون. Oh yeah. نون with
ثبوت
فتحة.
النون.
علامة الرفع. Yeah. ثبوت النون.
وهنا
لم تذهبي لن تذهبي. I'm not sure. أستاذ.
anyone help?
Afternoon.
حذف النون.
حذف النون. There used to be a noon over here.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
As you can see, just over here you have the noon. Came over here, noon disappeared.
Oh yeah. Yeah. طيب.
Okay? So this is حذف النون.
Yeah. Same thing with the لم تذهبي as well.
Exactly.
The
the
noon
same
is
with
missing.
lam tadhhabi. There used to be a noon over here, and that noon has now disappeared. The alamatul jazm is hadf al-noon. Barakallahu feek. Abu Hamza Ayman, are you okay to read? Last line for us.
نعم أستاذ. أنتن تذهبن لن تذهبن لم تذهبن.
Barakallahu feek. وهنا, tell us about this.
Presence of noon. Presence of noon.
Okay, Abu Hamza says presence of noon. Does anyone agree or disagree with that? With Abu Hamza?
لا مبني على
مبنيون.
سكون.
مبني.
Was mabni.
مبني في محل رفع. مبني, so it's not marfu', it's actually fixed because of the noon and niswa, and it's in a state of being marfu'. Ayman?
نعم. مبني على سكون في محل رفع.
في محل
رفع.
Rafa
في
is the
محل
previous one.
نصب.
Yeah, look at this. Over here we have marfu, right? You have these letters, ra, fa, and ain. Rafa. Here
في
you have
محل
mansoob. You have noon,
نون صاد بي.
sad, and
and ba.
ba. Nasb.
نصب.
And in majzoom you have jim. You got the zai, and you got the meme. So this is jazm.
جزم.
So this one you
Nam.
said is, first one is في
في محل رفع.
في محل رفع, and this one you said في
محل نصب.
في محل نصب. This last one,
في محل جزم.
بارك الله فيك. في
جزاك
محل.
الله.
Oops, sorry again. Another one of those bad handwriting days, which are most of the days. طيب, and let's go for this last one here. This, why has it changed color, even though it's still in the Tamir form? Ana and Nahnu. Well, are you talking to somebody in front of you?
Because
متكلم. It's متكلم.
It's the person who's actually doing the talking.
Yes.
Yeah.
And this is, as you said, Akhi Kareem, is al-mutakallim. So the first one up there was al-ghaib. Second one was al-mukhatab.
Mukhatab.
This one is
متكلم.
mutakallim. Al-mutakallim. Jayyid. And let's go for Adil. You can read this first line for us.
Yes, Ustaz. أنا أذهب لن أذهب لم أذهب.
بارك الله فيك. وعلامات الإعراب.
وعلامة رفعه الضمة وعلامة نصبه الفتحة وعلامة جزمه السكون.
أحسنت. بارك
ما
الله
شاء
فيك.
الله.
جزاكم الله خيرا. And then I'll ask Akram Abdul Samad. You can read this one for us. If you're okay, two. Otherwise, I'll ask Habib. If Akram can't take his mic, no problem. Habib, can you take your mic? Read this line
Yes,
for
yeah.
us. Fadal.
نحن تذهب
Afwan.
نحن نذهب
أيوة.
لن نذهب
جيد.
لم نذهب.
بارك الله فيك. وعلامات الإعراب.
علامة الرفع مرفوع
لا.
بالضمة.
مرفوع بالضمة. Yes, جيد.
علامة منصوب في الفتح.
بالفتحة.
نصب بالفتح. وجزم.
No, you're right. You said it correctly. منصوب بالفتحة. You're right.
وجزم بالسكون.
مجزوم بالسكون. أحسنت. بارك الله فيكم. طيب. What I'd like you to do now is to look at this. I'll make it slightly smaller. And I'd like you to spend a few minutes and choose any two words. I'm probably can't see much of it because all these scribbles everywhere. And the way to do it is to open up a new screen. Hopefully you can see them, inshallah. In the meantime, I'll try to maybe wipe them away. I want you to take two words from each box, two from the white, two from this cream color in the middle, and any two verbs in the blue as well, and give me those sentences. Type them in the chat box. So type them all together. جيد. Type them all together.
What do you say?
6 sentences, and then hit enter. So all of your sentences are coming in one place, the same place.
6 sentences.
Okay? If you don't have an Arabic keyboard,
No, I don't.
then
It's complicated for mine.
I want to encourage it, but people do write the sounds in
Yeah.
English just to check their understanding. So, and an unofficial checking the understanding way, you can use the English keyboard, inshallah. Yep, so that's what you're doing right now. Class work, the adhan's going in Jeddah. So I'd like to leave in about 6 minutes, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. In those 6 minutes, inshallah, or 5 minutes, you got to write 6 sentences using any of these words, 2 boxes, 2 words, 2 combinations from any of those.
Well, basically just copying from there.
No, you have
two
to change.
boxes?
You have to change it, right? Change talibatu to tabibatu,
Okay.
and then add ila al-mustashfa. Anyway, that's the example, so you can't use that one.
Oh.
Tabibatu yadhhabna ila al-mustashfa.
Oh.
Ustaz put pressure on us, man.
Oh.
Jayid? So if you don't mind, like I said, type all your 6 sentences before sending them. Otherwise, you're going to have all your answers in different random places of the chat box. And it's difficult to give feedback then. So don't do one sentence, send, then do another sentence, and send. But when I say, when time has run out, I'll say send whatever you have done, then all your sentences will come together, inshallah. I'm going to mute my mic for a second while you guys are busy doing this work, mashallah. MashaAllah. So some answers coming through already, alhamdulillah. لن تذهبوا إلى الملعب. حامد يذهب إلى المسجد. أنت تذهب إلى المسجد. أنت تذهبين إلى المدرسة. أنا أذهب إلى المدير. نحن نذهب إلى الملعب. بارك الله فيك. And we have مدرس يذهب إلى المدرسة. It's probably going to be المدرس. الأولاد يذهبون إلى الملعب. أمي تذهبين. Not really. Ummi is غائب. So you're going to say هي أمي تذهب إلى السوق أخواتي يذهبن إلى المسجد. أحسنت. أأنتم تذهبون إلى المكتبة؟ صحيح. أأنتن تذهبين إلى خالتكن؟ لا last one لا أنتن تذهبن. أأنتن تذهبن؟ أحسنت أخي الكريم بارك الله فيك. Here we have لن يضربون الأطفال. لا لن is going to make it حذف النون. أتلعبون الكرة القدم يا إخوان؟ أحسنت. But that's only two. Where's the others? الأخوات لن يذهبن إلى المدرسة. الأب لم يذهب إلى المستشفى. أنت لن تذهب إلى البيت. أنتن تذهبن إلى البيت. أنا أذهب إلى البيت. نحن نذهب إلى المسجد. أحسنتم جزاكم الله خيرا. It's okay, Imran. That's a good try, mashallah. At-tafal is with an alif. It's not with an ain because the word is tifl and the plural is with alif. At-tafal. And kuratul qadam, kura is with a kaf, not a qaf. And kuratul qadami, it's mudaf and mudafun ilayhi. So kura is without alif lam, and qadami is majroor because it's mudaf ilayhi. So no need for the ya. Ahsantum. Barakallahu fikum. Can you all send your answers now wherever you've reached, even if you just done one sentence?
I
So
did
at least
too.
we can have a quick read.
I didn't do it right.
No problem. No problem. You're about to hear some feedback, inshallah. محمد يذهب إلى السوق. مريم تذهب. أنت تذهب في الجامعة. You don't really say تذهب في الجامعة. You say تذهب إلى. أنت تذهبين إلى المدرسة. أنا أذهب إلى المستشفى. نحن طلاب جدد. جيد. The last one, you had to use a verb because it's فعل مضارع, right? So, جزاك الله خيرا. حامد تذهب. لا. Unless it's a lady's name, because you haven't got a tanween on it. You said Hamidu.
Yeah.
So maybe that's a lady. In that case, تذهبوا would make sense. لن تذهبوا إلى المسجد. That's good. Ahsant. Where's the others?
I didn't get
Doesn't
the
matter
other
where you've reached. Even if you wrote one sentence, just send it so we can have a quick read and you can hear some feedback, some on the fly. Some very
Ustad,
quick.
I'm very weak in writing. I managed to do only one sentence.
No problem, Akhi Habibi. Just send it.
I sent it already.
Oh, mashallah.
Yeah.
Let me go
This
hunting
got
for
me
it.
nervous today.
Yeah, mashallah. Sometimes pressure works, you know.
Yeah.
Though it was not intended, but it worked out okay.
No, it gets you to engage.
Yeah.
It's good. That's what we need. Engage more, you know.
حامد يذهب إلى not إلى مدرسة أو إلى مدرسه. You can say that. حامد يذهب إلى مدرسه. Yes. Even though I think you were saying al-madrasati, but it worked out okay. إلى مدرسه. He went to his teacher. أنا أذهب إلى. Okay, it's not أذهب with a zai. It's a dhal which comes after dal. المدرسات يذهبن إلى المدرسة. أحسنتم. طيب يا إخوة يا أخوات جزاكم الله خيرا. We have to stop it there because we got salah over here.
Jazakallah khair for your time and effort.
حفظكم الله والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
وعليكم
عليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته. جزاك الله خير يا أستاذ.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله. جزاك الله خير.